We're good?
I don't know, we're not, who knows?
Please? Pardon?
Mike's on?
Mic's on. Everybody, I'd like to call this December meeting of the town board to order. And at this time, I'd like everyone to stand up. The exits are to the rear, to your right and left. And Claire, this being your last meeting, I would ask you to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thanks, Lynn. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, everyone. Wendy, if you would, please.
You want to go through the liaison reports?
Sure.
Okay, Building Department Supervisor. EDC Akmodi?
I haven't been going to those meetings. Charlie Glasner, I thought was going to be here tonight, so I have nothing on that.
Okay. Fire District Supervisor, Highland Central School District Mazzetti.
Why, thank you. So as of right now, the students and the teachers are getting ready for Christmas, or, I'm sorry, can't say that. The season break, the winter season break. Yeah, I get the Christmas break, how's that? And when they return in January, we'll be getting ready for the January Regents. So students should be preparing for any mid-year courses that may have a Regents or any Regents that they may have failed in the past. This cohort, the junior class, is responsible for taking the New York State Regencies. The senior class is not, and also the 11th, 10th, and 9th graders, all those cohorts will be responsible for New York State Regents again, because standardized testing is back in New York State now that COVID is officially not in a lockdown pandemic, or we could say synchronous and asynchronous learning. The school district is preparing for the budget, so hopefully, they'll follow suit with us, being under the tax cap, because it's being responsible. And as a board member, I'm proud that during my tenure on the board with all of you, that we've been able to do that, and hopefully the school board will be able to maintain the same. So I wish all the students safe, and the staff a safe and happy holidays, and relaxing for all the hard work they do. And all the students should be studying, getting ready for their mid-year assessments. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Highland Landing Park, Councilmember Akmodi.
As anybody's been down to the park, the paving is done. We just got to check with Richie and see if he's happy with the shoulders or if he wants them to do something else with that. As of this time, I believe have in place a container that we can put across the street from the sewer treatment plant and clean the building out. And I've been working with all responsible people. We've got to do a little bit of framing out around some of the doors and what may have you, and then get in there with an electrician just to trace everything out, because it's been done over so many years and so many different people. So I've had a couple of people say that we could get some apprentices, I believe, in there to check the wires, and then we can have, already got the price from the foaming people, we can have them come in and do that, and talk to Anthony, and we have a list of everything we need. Of course, we've got to rough out the bathrooms first, but before we foam it. So we have a list of everything we need from there, so we can get that far. And my hope is, even if we don't have enough money to finish the entire inside, I think by spring we can manage to at least get the 2 bathrooms open. So that's my hope, that's my goal, that's what we're working at right now. Thank you.
Okay, continue on to lights. Mr. Akmodi.
Tomorrow, Bragg is going to go up to Bridgeview with a lift. Right now, there's 5 lights that are, well, there's 4 lights that are out, but just 1 light that the top is leaning over. So they're going to address that issue. I've been talking with the New York Power Authority. We have to change. There's 34 lights up there that are going to have to be changed. They're wooden they're 2x4s and 2x6s that are actually wearing off at the, right at ground level, and they're gonna fall over sooner or later. So we have to address that. We've been talking about maybe starting a fund and try to get some help from New York Power Authority and sort of get on that. So that's where we are with that. We're still calling in lights. If you have a street light by your house or whatever that's out, if you take the number of that light and call Central Hudson, or we're probably gonna have something on the website in the future.
There is on the website that you can just
Yes.
click on report streetlight out. Just
Okay.
give the poll number and it goes, or they can call us, or they can call you.
Okay,
So anyway, yeah.
all right, so that's kind of where we're at that point.
So,
Thank you.
So can we ask you a quick question, Lenny? I'm not looking at anybody's spot. So, we talked about Bridgeview, and we talked about the lights that are on the wooden poles and they're riding, they're falling down. And do we have an estimate of what that would cost to replace all of those lights?
No, not even a guesstimate.
Because it was kind of sad, and not you, but, we were up 50,000 under the tax cap. And
40.
40. Well, I thought it was 50 on it. In the brochure, it said 50. And then we transferred some money to Richie. And it's too late to even address any of that, correct, Sean?
In the budget?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Yeah, so we can't transfer, because it would have been nice if we could have used some of that money that were under the cap to stay under the cap, but to address some of those issues and plan for next year, which would have been proper to do.
Well,
in the
that's
budget.
some of the money that we're talking about putting in a fund to get started on it.
Well, you can't get that money. You lost that money because it wasn't budgeted for, so you can't get that 40 or 50,000 that was under the budget, except for the little bit that we voted on to go to highway. But that 30,000 that we're under the cap, you can't access that.
Okay.
So it's all about planning, so thanks.
Okay, planning board, Winslow.
So there's just a few subdivisions, but, and some public hearings that are still open, but there's not much because they're kind of off this month. So
They are officially on holiday.
they are.
Police supervisor, Hudson Valley Rail Trail, Moody.
I've conceded my time to Peter.
So today we had a meeting with the Walkway Over to Hudson Friends on 75 Haviland parking lot improvements. We have a final map that they can submit for the grant, so we can secure that, and that should be happening pretty soon. Other than that, we got it working on the other grant that we got for historic signage on the rail trail. We're in phase one of that, the history of section of the town of Lloyd, and doing signs for that. So that's what we're doing now. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Peter.
Water and sewer, Moody.
No meeting this month.
Oh. ZBA, Councilman Guerrero.
304 Station Road, Pepino Foods is seeking an area variance. On their original site plan, they had parking for 12 vehicles on the north side, and they want to change it over to the east side of the building. So they're having a few problems, and they're working that out. And then Falcon Ridge on Upper North Road, they kept the public hearing open. Falcon Ridge, what they want to do is they want to go through a LI zone, a light industrial zone, to get to their property, and that's still open. And then there was one more. There was out on South Street, 180 South Street. The applicant is seeking an area variance for a side yard setback, and that public hearing was left open. And that's it.
Thank you, Mike. Is there any old business at this time?
I actually have some old business, and I'm not looking for an argument. I'm just asking some questions. Wendy, and I think you can help me with this question because you do the minutes. So we voted on a generator and it was 30, almost 35,000, Lenny, what was the exact price?
34.
34, thank you, Claire. And that was just for purchasing the generator, correct? That wasn't the installation?
Correct.
So it was just, so that shouldn't be being installed, correct, until it goes out to bid?
Beg your pardon?
So we shouldn't be seeing any installation of this generator until it goes out to bid, correct?
Or you want to rebid the installation?
We didn't vote on the installation, I thought. I don't recall voting on it. We voted on purchasing it, and I asked at the meeting about the installation. They said that would be a different bid. So how much, who won, where's the bid? Did we vote? Wendy, did we vote? Because you did the minutes, did
You
we
voted to
vote?
purchase a generator.
Not to install it.
But I do believe the bids said, and the install was extra.
Right.
Yeah, but how much was the, how
It
much-
came to 38,000 and change, which we voted on.
so just for the install? Could you check if we?
I didn't do the bid, so,
So, but did we vote on
We
You
voted on
voted-
$38,000.
to do, I don't remember it.
That was to purchase a generator for
To
$34,000.
purchase it,
It's 34 to purchase it, guys.
and it was $4,000 to install?
Well, whatever the number is, I just
So it was
rounded it off.
38,000 and 4,000 was for the install?
Probably somewhere in that neighborhood.
Because
Well, I don't remember.
I don't remember voting on it. I remember voting on purchasing it and saying that the install would be extra, but I never remember voting on
Correct.
the install.
Who
So
said the
Sean-
install would be
So
extra?
Sean, on a $4,000 install,
Ready.
what's the procurement policy on that?
If it's the purchase for the improvement, if it's under 34,999, you have to get three, you have to go for RFPs.
Right, so they did that,
And that's my understanding.
That was the
but how about the install?
Well, the install would be an improvement contract, and the price for that is if it's only a few $1,000s, the same thing. You could go out for, well, it depends what it is, but you could probably just get 3 proposals for that too, and
Okay,
that would be
so did we
separate
get
from the
3 proposals for
34,999.
that install?
I really can't answer that.
I mean, I haven't seen it. I've
Sean.
not seen any of it. Was it one contract for 38, or was it, you purchased it for
Purchase.
34?
Purchase of
Just for
34,000. 34,000.
We voted on
My understanding was there was
38,000.
3 RFPs
Hold on.
obtained for the,
Mr. Ackman, I'm not looking for an argument. I'm just asking a question.
okay.
I mean, we're talking about
And we've-
$38,000.
Well,
answered
the
it.
question is,
You didn't
times.
answer the question.
the question was it one job, or was it 2
No,
jobs?
because
Was
when
it
when I
purchase and
asked,
then the installation?
when I asked the question about the purchase, I precisely asked for $34,000. Does this include the install? The answer was no, that's a separate price. We voted just to purchase, we did not vote on the install. Now I'm hearing tonight that the install is approximately 4,000, but no definite. So but according to you, Mr. Murphy, our town attorney, there should be 3 bids, which I'm hearing nobody can answer me if there was. Also,
Bids, 3 bids.
I see
Who are
an
the 3
invoice here
bids?
for $34,000.
where are the 3 bids for the install?
I don't know if you bid for the install. I wasn't here for that meeting, and I don't know.
I don't see any 3 bids for the install. I throw 3 bids, the 3 bids for the purchase, which is New Era, Reds, and one other company out of Poughkeepsie. But that wasn't the install.
No, right, there were 3 bids for the purchase.
Okay.
But there were no,
All right, so
there were
are we gonna give Red $38,000 instead of $34,000? We voted on $38,000.
But that,
Then he's still low bidder according to these
but that's not
documents.
part of the install. So then it should have said 38,000 with the install, but we voted on 34, not 38.
I don't know what we voted on, Joe.
So Sean, let me ask you a question. So then at $4,000, does the board need to approve or vote to approve the install? Because this separate agreement, because that thing we voted on was very clear that it specifically stated it was for the purchase of the equipment, the install would be a separate price. So should we have voted on the install? Or should we be voting on it now before it's installed?
This
How
is
can
what
we?
you guys get to
Excuse
look
me, I'm
forward
not, please do not interrupt me.
to. His nonsense.
Excuse me, do not interrupt me. I'm not interrupting you.
I already did. You beat this poor thing
God,
to death.
January is not here
And
yet.
I don't think anybody
first.
cares,
Wait a minute,
Joe.
let's.
You two care about
Oh,
nitpicking
there we go.
stuff. It's a generator.
No, it's not. It's
$34,000
$38,000 of taxpayers'
generator.
money.
Yeah, but
There
the
were
other
no
3
specs,
bids.
there were no specs on the bids, and if you read the bids are word for
Mike.
word. Their bids were word
All
for
right,
word.
it's enough.
Excuse me?
That's enough. Yes, it is enough.
Not
It's
enough.
enough.
The man's talking, he gets interrupted.
Fine and
He's
dandy.
asked a
No, Mike,
question.
go
That's
back to
enough.
sleep.
That's enough out of
Go back
both
to
of you.
sleep, Mike.
That's enough.
So Sean, back to the question. So
Now-
Wendy,
Well, I
Wendy,
think
did
Wendy
you?
has the, what you bid on.
Well, I have the following budget amendment, was for $38,500.
but what was
Resolution made to make the following budget amendment.
But what was the purchase? What was the vote for the purchase? It was 34,000 to purchase. Where is the vote for the 4,000? Or what was the rationale for the 4,000?
This is so important.
It is important. It's
That-
$38,000. That's
That was-
$4,000.
listen, That was a
It's
total
budgeted.
price, it was a total price. 34,000 was the purchase price, and the rest of the money was for the install.
Because I got,
Well,
If it
Freddie-
didn't get-
Freddie said,
If it,
He's
Pardon?
still under
Freddie-
the other two
Freddie
bids.
said
What-
that there was another price for the
so what I'm concerned
but we
about
already
is
voted on that.
a concerned
And that's the
citizen.
price to have it installed.
purchase.
Done deal. All right, now.
So a concerned
Would you
citizen.
would you like me to make a motion that we use the additional money over $34,000 to install a generator? You want me to make that motion?
That's the legal way to
Yes.
do it.
Motion.
I second it.
Let's
We're gonna
vote.
waste taxpayers' money.
Vote.
Wait for Wendy.
Sure. Because you're going to lose the vote and you're not going to be able to do it.
What
But I'm
lose?
glad you just motioned it and seconded it because now you can't do it.
We can't do what?
They're not going to be able to install the generator.
Fine and dandy. So we got a generator there that's paid for that we can't use. Are you proud of yourself?
Wendy, we have a resolution
No,
to
hold
install.
on. What is the
install.
wi- what
No,
do the
you,
min-
you, no, you,
what do the
no, no, no.
minutes
There's a
say?
motion on the table right now.
That's right.
You're so quick, Wendy. There's a motion on the table to $4,000 to install a generator.
The additional.
Claire voted
The
motion
additional
when
money.
Lenny said second. Can we have a roll call vote, please?
Discussion. Wendy, what do we have?
So wait,
There's
can I
a
go back?
motion on the table.
Hold on.
I said discussion,
Wendy's trying to say something.
and I have the right to say that. I know
So
that my
November
right-
22nd, Resolution O, there was to approve the budget-supported purchase of the generation for the town hall, generator, sorry, for the town hall. And then there was the budget amendment for the $38,500. Both motions passed.
So,
Not, it was for 34,000 for the purchase of the generator.
you just said $38,000.
But where's the motion that says to install it? There is none. It's on the table right now. Can we vote, please?
No, we don't have to vote.
We
because
do
it's
have to
already
vote. There's a
done in the-
motion on the table.
It's already in the minutes
it's
from the
not.
Okay,
previous
Claire,
time.
Claire, listen, it's okay. We're going to vote on it.
Good.
Okay? And I'm going to vote yes. Claire,
Yes.
No.
No.
there you go.
Motion fails. You cannot install it.
We cannot install it right now, but we can install it next month.
Right, in
So
January.
we got a generator
when we
sitting there.
follow-
We got a
You get to
generator
be the
sitting there
tiebreaker.
that's already paid for, Mr. Bizzetti.
And you
All
gotta
right?
get it hit in
So
the head again.
Wait a minute.
You can put it out to
Wait a
bid,
minute.
and you can
Wait a
follow the
minute.
process of procurement policy.
Right.
You don't have to. We
The
already have
holdback
the
is
bids.
already taken out
We already got the
till it's
bids.
up and running.
It's
So
paid
excuse
for.
me.
I never signed a voucher. I
So,
never saw
so
the
excuse me. So what I'm saying to you is,
I signed that, I think.
so
Unbelievable.
instead of arguing, it's not unbelievable. We have procedures and we have laws in place for a reason, to follow them. I can't help it that people, I can't help it that people choose not to follow our procurement policy.
Okay.
Our own attorney said it has to get 3 bids.
We
Tonight,
did.
there was not 3 bids.
Here's 3
Our own-
bids.
There was 3 bids on
There's
the
not-
total
And they
price.
say
That's on the-
installed. They
Come on.
say
It does not
All
install.
right, that's
It's-
enough. That's
it's-
enough. Listen to me. It's sitting there. It'll sit there till
confident-
next month where we can vote on it again.
Yep.
And trust me, it'll be 3-2. Thank you very much. Is there any
let's
other
move on.
old business?
Yes, there is. And I am confident. I
Oh,
am
can't wait to see
confident.
these meetings.
I can't wait to January 1st. I am confident that our new supervisor is competent enough to follow our procurement policies and will make sure that there's
Fine.
3 bids and the board votes on it.
Now,
I'm
All right,
excited.
all right. So are you happy? Are you happy with yourself now?
Incompetent
No,
when
I'm
you
not. I have another-
when
Thank
you
you.
wanted
I
to
have
remove
old
him from the
business.
planning board, Joe.
What's the other old business you have?
you
Mayor
go.
Murphy, can you please tell us where we're at with the $20,000 the man from High Bridge was going to give us toward the sidewalk?
Well, it's 10,000.
How much?
10,000, I'm sorry,
It changes,
10,000.
Joe.
10,000. Where are we at with that?
Right now, there was some, I discussed this matter with the supervisor, and there was some discussion. I talked to his attorney about the $10,000 as well as the easement, as well as possibly the town contributing toward the inspections and maintenance of the bridge. And with the supervisor he asked me to do is just to
Oh.
put it off.
What's the matter?
Mike, use your mic, please.
Oh, my mic? The supervisor, is that better?
Yes, you can take your mask.
I hate,
Don't spit on
We're
me.
6 feet away.
the supervisor asked me to put it on hold until after the first of the year.
Right. So thank you. I just wanted to know where we were at. Thank you, Mr. Murphy.
You're welcome.
Is there any other old business? There being no other old business, is there any new business?
You know what? I do have some old business. Can we go back for a second? I do have some old business. So, I don't know if anybody has the answer to this. So the villages across from Hannaford's, they had claimed that they had a stamped map when they were doing all that excavating. Does anybody know the answer of how they were doing the work when they did not have a stamp map? And Mike, did you not ask that question to Mr. Barton?
No,
You didn't ask if they had a stamp
The,
map?
the villages is not
map,
doing the
map.
work, Joe.
No,
The
it was-
assisted living.
Wait, it was.
That's the
It was a
project.
certified map. Mr. Pascal called me up and he said he felt they were encroaching on his property. And before they started the project, he said that he wanted a map and that was required by law. So he called me 3 times and then I asked Mr. Barton and he said there was a map. But evidently, the certified map, he just received it, I think, last week, and this was over a month ago. And the project was already approved to move forward, so that's,
And what I'm concerned
that's what
about
we're
is
talking
that I'm seeing a lot of bulldozing and roads almost going in, and, I don't think they have their, we
They
haven't
have
done.
their
Have their
permits.
Well, we-
permits,
They have their
Joe. I said it
Excuse me.
last meeting.
Excuse me. Oh, thank you, but we haven't voted on granting their PRD, so they don't even know how many units they're
Okay,
getting in
first
there.
and
Because that-
foremost, first and foremost, the assisted living part is what they're working on now. The PRRD on top is under review between the town board, the
Right.
building department, the
Planning board, 2 different projects.
Right.
planning board, PB, everybody.
They've had 2
All right?
meetings so far, correct, Scott? 2 meetings.
I don't know where we're going
Yes.
to defense, because I've got some concerned citizens that talked to me, and they said that they spoke to some of the workers up there, and they said they had carte blanche to do whatever they want. And that's why I'm bringing it up right now.
So
workers,
we're going to sit here and
hence
spend another
workers.
half hour on rumors? All right?
I'm
Workers.
Right
concerned
now,
But
the
they talk to
PRRD
workers.
piece is being looked at
Citizens.
when it comes back to the town board before it goes anywhere else. So when that first review is done, you'll get to see it and you'll get to comment. So there's no reason to sit here and spend a half an hour on speculation because somebody working on a job said they got carte blanche,
Right.
I'm just.
okay?
And send the wrong message to the residents,
Last
by
2
the way.
weeks ago, all right, you got both
message.
permits, am I correct? I handed you both of them. So they are doing what they're supposed to do.
And, well, we're on old business. They ripped the building down and we have no asbestos report?
Oh, yes, we do. Well, they do. We don't have it here, but yes, it was inspected and cleared of asbestos before it was ever done. I made that statement right here at the meeting when we talked about it.
So why did we require them to do that?
What do you mean, why?
I'm asking. Why?
Why?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I don't know, Joe.
Because
Did
they're
you make a phone
supposed to
call?
do it.
So then how come we didn't require it for the building?
Because in 14 years, it had never been required before. Now, all of a sudden, somebody called somebody and blah, 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 and now we got a building laying on the ground because somebody called God only knows who, all right? And it's the first time in 14 years that it's ever been asked for. There's no papers that come down from the state that said, you got to do an asbestos. No, not till that building hit the ground. 20 minutes later, they had the owner on the cell phone, so somebody was after somebody. They wanted him, they wanted me, they wanted God only knows.
And
Maybe they
don't
wanted
forget,
you.
Lenny,
I don't know what they
It was an
wanted.
election time, too. Mysteriously.
All right? They did their asbestos. They've done everything. They've done everything that they've been asked this far.
Thank you. But just point taken is that, we make a statement about a judgment generator, it's only 3,000, it's only 4,000, it's only 38,000.
Okay.
But let me finish my
At
sentence.
this time, I'd like to know if there's any new business. We're done.
It's all about following procedures and
yeah.
protocols.
No, it's
And
not. It's
that's-
about
shows
busting
us that-
somebody's hump, okay? Joey, just leave it at that.
Yeah, it was Paul, then it was Freddie,
All right,
then it
that's-
goes to Lenny.
that's
It's
enough.
me.
It's
and
not Lenny.
which
Is there
two are-
any other new
Which two
business?
are yours going to be?
There
Which two
being no
will he
new
pick fights
business,
with?
we're going to move on. Privilege of the floor.
I can't wait.
Nothing? God bless you.
Well, he's got a lot to say about the development in the town. I'm surprised there's no questions.
It's okay. Okay, being nothing, motions and resolutions. Wendy, if you would, please.
Yes, motion to approve the minutes of November 3rd, 2021 Town Board Workshop Meeting, November 3rd Budget Meeting, November 2nd, I got a feeling that date's wrong, regular Town Board Meeting, and December 1st Town Board Workshop Meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Aye.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Resolution
carried.
to
Thank
authorize
you.
the payment of vouchers as audited by the Audit Committee.
Motion.
Second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Resolution to accept the retirement of James Kelly as part-time police officer from the Town of Lloyd effective November 15th, 2021, at the request of Chief James Janso.
Motion.
Second.
Discussion, just a quick question. Sean, I know you may not be answering, but part-timers can retire, or would they just resign? I thought that was kind of weird. I don't know if I saw that before. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering, like I didn't know
Yeah.
because I know we don't pay them benefits that way, so I was wondering, like, how's
He
your
was a
retirement?
part-timer for a long time with the town.
Yeah,
right?
so that's, okay.
All right.
Thank you for the clarification.
Resolution D, to accept the resignation of part-time police officer Adam Montfort.
You have to vote
effective
for the retirement.
What's that?
We have to vote for retirement. We didn't vote on the retirement.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. We
So
motion
carried.
second discussion, Wendy.
Resolution to accept the resignation of part-time police officer Adam Montfort effective December 13th at the request of Chief James Janso.
Motion.
Second it.
Aye.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution to accept the resignation of
Carried.
part-time police officer Nicholas Mazios effective December 23rd, 2021 at the request of Chief James Janso.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution for the proposed budget amendments for highway.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Adam is raising the price of water meters.
I saw that.
As we all know, costs are going up. So now for the Town of Lloyd hereby adopts a schedule of charges for meter delivery as provided for in the Code of the Town of Lloyd, Section 98-5E, as follows, effective January 1st, 2022, at the recommendation of Water and Sewer Administrator Adam Littman.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 So carried.
A resolution whereas Wagon Wheels Deli and Catering, hereafter known as Wagon Wheels, has requested the town extend the Highland Water and Sewer District to provide service to their current facility on Route 9W, whereas Wagon Wheels has requested that the town provide water and sewer service to said parcels, and whereas said parcels would necessitate an extension of the Highland Water Sewer District to extend the district to include the subject premises, whereas a map plan and report needs to be prepared before the town proceeds with such request. Whereas Wagon Wheels has agreed to fund an escrow account to pay for the preparation of the map plan and report and engineering and legal fees associated with. Now therefore be it resolved, the town hereby refers the application of Wagon Wheels for an extension of the Highland Water and Sewer District to CPL for the preparation of the map plan and report, and said work to commence upon the applicant and their agent submitting the amount of $500 to the town to establish an escrow account to pay for the preparation of the map plan and report and the engineering fees and legal fees associated with the extension.
So,
Yep. Go ahead. I thought you were going to say something else. So we have a motion?
Motion.
Second?
I'll second, but with discussion.
Okay, discussion.
So just, that means that, so, Sean, basically, they would be paying for the
Yes,
hookup. It's not that the town would, I just want to make sure that everybody's clear on that.
right. He
Okay.
has to pay for everything.
Yeah.
The water and sewer is gonna go to the Stewart site anyway, which
Right.
is right next
So
door.
he's going to pay for the
Yes,
pipe to be attached.
Yes.
I just want to make sure everyone knows that.
Yeah, it should be a no-cost extension,
Right.
and I'll have to bring the pipe to the end of his property line.
Yeah.
We're sort of piggybacking off of Stewart's.
Yes. Okay, good. I just want to make sure, because it's always important to me that.
All those in
no
favor?
cost.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, this next one is for Mobile Life Support Services, as discussed at the last meeting, that they're going to extend the contract. The agreement attached here too, and the same by here is approved, and the town board hereby enters into said extension ambulance service contract on a month-to-month basis not to exceed 3 months, commencing on January 1st, 2022, and expiring March 31st, 2022, for the consideration set forth. And if you go to the last page of your agenda, you will see the agreement.
Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
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 Roll call. Winslow,
Aye.
Akmoody,
Aye.
Guerrero,
Yes.
No.
Pizzetti.
So carried.
Resolution J, to authorize courts to increase payment to Joe Trapani up to $26,000 for the contract year 2021.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And the resolution is to make that budget amendment.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. There being no further business, a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Adjourned at 7:32.
Wow.
Thank you all very
There's
much.
no-
Merry
Wish
Christmas.
you all a
and
happy
New Year.
holiday and look forward to the new year.
Thank you. You too. You and your family. I'll see you tomorrow. Is it tomorrow? Friday?